can be unpredictable, revealing, and sometimes downright awkward. We've curated the top 10 rude questions that have completely shocked our favorite stars and brought interviews to a sudden halt. So if you're ready for some cringeworthy moments, sit tight and let's begin the roller coaster ride. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Let's get started. Wendy Williams, inappropriate questions. In an electrifying episode of The Wendy Williams Show, we delve into the personal life of the stunning Drea Michelle. The scene unfolds as Wendy, with her usual charismatic flair, delves into the subject. So Drea, how many basketball players have you been with? Wendy Williams never fails to ask inappropriate questions. She asked about her romantic relationships with basketball players, a subject that often generates interest and gossip among fans and media alike. However, amid the juicy details and sensationalized headlines, there's an important issue that often gets overlooked: the objectification of women in sports. Drea Michelle, a successful model and entrepreneur, is no stranger to this type of scrutiny. Despite her achievements and talent, she's often defined by her romantic relationships with NBA players. In fact, many people know her more as the ex-fiancée of Orlando Skandaric rather than for her own career accomplishments. Selena Gomez being asked about X. Just a handful of years back, pop sensation Selena Gomez encountered an unanticipated moment during a television interview. The interviewer, showing little regard for her personal boundaries, unexpectedly brought up the topic of Justin Bieber's actions. Selena, taken aback by the impromptu and intrusive query, responded with a silent expression of astonishment. The interview reached an abrupt and awkward conclusion as the broadcast was hastily ended. It's clear that the reporter's approach was far from appropriate, bordering on rudeness. Selena has always been a private person when it comes to her personal life, especially when it involves her famous ex-boyfriend Justin Bieber. In fact, she has often avoided discussing their relationship or the reasons for its end in interviews. Understandably so, as breakups can be difficult and emotional, particularly under the scrutiny of the public eye. Despite this, the media and fans couldn't seem to get enough of their relationship, constantly bombarding Selena with questions and speculations. It's understandable that she may have grown tired of having to constantly address a past relationship instead of her own career and achievements. But can we really blame the reporter for asking about JB? After all, at the time, he was making headlines almost daily with his controversial behavior. It's no secret he had acquired a reputation for being a troublemaker, and it was likely a hot topic in the media. Robert Downey Jr. walked out of an interview. After an incident, Robert publicly addressed the issue, explaining why he walked out of the interview. He stated that he felt uncomfortable with the line of questioning and did not want to continue with the interview under those circumstances. This isn't the first time celebrities have walked out of interviews due to personal or sensitive questions. In fact, it's become quite common for celebrities to refuse to answer uncomfortable questions, especially those that invade their privacy. Kourtney Kardashian's no response. In 2016, a rather unexpected scenario unfolded when Kourtney was taken by surprise during an Australian TV news interview. The anchors blindsided her with a question about her sister Kim Kardashian's Paris robbery incident. For a moment, Kourtney seemed to draw a blank, leaving viewers to speculate that she was possibly tuning into a PR agent for guidance on how to navigate the delicate question. During the interview, Kourtney appeared visibly uncomfortable and hesitant to answer the question. It's understandable why she may have been caught off guard. Her sister Kim had recently experienced a traumatic event, and the media was constantly bombarding her family with questions about it. Despite the awkwardness of the situation, Kourtney handled it with grace by choosing not to comment on her sister's ordeal. Instead, she shifted the focus to her own work and accomplishments. That incident sparked a conversation about the challenges of being a celebrity and having to constantly face invasive questions from the media. It also shed light on the importance of setting boundaries and respecting privacy, especially in sensitive situations. Kourtney's response received praise from many for how she handled the situation with grace and poise, despite the uncomfortable circumstances. It's a testament to her character and resilience as a public figure. But that is not the first time that celebrities have had to face abrupt and difficult questions during interviews. In fact, it's become commonplace for journalists to push boundaries and ask personal or controversial questions in hopes of getting a juicy headline. The Emma Stone prank In 2014, there was a memorable moment featuring the talented Emma Stone on The Graham Norton Show. Emma was touring the UK to spread the word about her latest film, and Graham Norton, the host, was keen to discuss her well-known affection for the Spice Girls. With Emma already in full-blown fan mode, Graham decided to add a twist. He made her believe that her idols, the Spice Girls, were waiting backstage, a surprise she hadn't anticipated. But just as Emma's excitement soared to the highest point, Graham revealed it was all just a prank. You could see the disappointment on her face when she realized she would not be meeting the iconic girl group that day. In this hilarious moment, Emma showed her genuine admiration for the Spice Girls and how much their music had influenced her. She even admitted to dressing up as Baby Spice when she was younger. This just goes to show that celebrities are also fans of other celebrities, and it's heartwarming to see them geek out over their idols just like us. Ariana Grande calling out interviewers. You might remember that interview where Ariana didn't hesitate to call out the hosts for asking an overtly sexist question. But that wasn't the only time she stood up for herself. During a conversation about new emoji updates, she mentioned her preference for the unicorn emoji. As soon as she expressed this, one host suggested that the unicorn emoji is only loved by girls and boys, without explaining what the term refers to. In response, Grande quickly advised the Power 106 FM hosts to familiarize themselves with the idea of equality in what can be seen as an awkward situation. She managed to keep herself calm and collected, a reaction many of us would find difficult to maintain in similar situations. You may be wondering how someone like Ariana managed to stay so composed and collected in such a situation. The answer is quite simple. She's always been an advocate for equality and fairness. This incident was just one example of her standing up for what she believes in. In fact, Grande has been vocal about many social justice issues, including sexism, racism, and LGBTQ+ rights. She's used her platform and influence to bring attention to these important issues, often through her music. One of the most notable examples is Grande's song God Is a Woman, which sparked conversations about gender roles and empowerment. The music video for this song featured powerful imagery of women taking control and challenging societal norms. It's a clear message from Grande that women are strong and capable and should not be limited by traditional gender roles. Dakota Johnson and Ellen DeGeneres. Let's talk about a certain interview that may have left us thinking that this lady might not be best suited for the media rounds. Fast forward to 2019 when Dakota had a little tete-a-tete with Ellen DeGeneres. It seems there was a bit of a mix-up over a birthday invite. Upon receiving a playful jab from Ellen hinting that she was left off the guest list for Dakota's 30th bash, Dakota clapped back, "Actually, that's not true, Ellen. I did send you an invite, but you were a no-show." The conversation took another turn with Dakota suggesting that Ellen might not be a fan of hers. Talk about a cringe moment. While the conversation may have started off lighthearted, it quickly took a turn towards tension when Dakota revealed that Ellen had missed her birthday party. This exchange sparked speculation among fans and media outlets about a potential feud between the two stars. After all, why would Ellen miss such an important occasion for someone she supposedly didn't like? However, both Dakota and Ellen quickly put these rumors to rest. In a later interview, Dakota clarified that there was no bad blood between them and that the missed invitation was simply a mistake. Justin Timberlake being asked why he wants to act. Next up, an interesting moment from the press junket of Friends with Benefits, a film featuring Justin Timberlake. When a Russian reporter questioned the rationale behind Justin's transition from singing to acting, Mila stunned everyone by responding swiftly and cleverly in Russian. She retorted, "So what would you have him do instead?" Mila Kunis's reply was an apt slap down to the journalist's narrow perspective. Speaking in fluent Russian, she defended her co-star, subtly conveying that talent is not confined to a singular career path. Her retort not only showed her quick wit and loyalty to her fellow actor, but also highlighted her cultural versatility. This incident serves as a reminder that artists should be encouraged to explore their full range of talents and capabilities rather than being pigeonholed into specific roles or professions. It also showcased Mila Kunis's linguistic abilities and her ability to think on her feet, making her a multidimensional and impressive individual in the entertainment industry. And Tom Hardy gets defensive. In 2015, during a promotional tour for the movie Legend, actor Tom Hardy found himself in a rather uncomfortable encounter with a reporter. The reporter, trying to be subtle, decided to probe into Hardy's personal life, specifically his sexuality. However, Hardy was quick to discern the intent behind the question. Addressing the reporter head-on, Hardy inquired, "Are you asking me about my sexuality?" When the reporter confirmed, Hardy, visibly displeased, retorted, "Why? Why?" Hardy's response showcases his resistance to being defined by a single aspect of his identity. In today's society, individuals are often subjected to labels and stereotypes based on their race, gender, sexual orientation, and other aspects of their identities. This can be seen in the media, where celebrities face constant scrutiny and pressure to conform to societal norms and expectations. Hardy's reaction to the reporter's question highlights the importance of not reducing someone to a single aspect of their identity. Each person is complex and multifaceted, and it's unfair unfair to place them in a box based on one characteristic. Samuel L. Jackson mistaken for Lawrence Fishburne. The pinnacle of awkward moments surely has to be an interviewer getting the identities of their interviewees wrong. And this situation occurred even before the interview had properly begun. The ever-memorable Samuel L. Jackson didn't hesitate to correct this reporter when he mistakenly identified him as Lawrence Fishburne. At first, Jackson played along, asking the interviewer to clarify which commercial he was referring to. Then he allowed a rather uncomfortable silence to prevail before finally revealing it was actually Lawrence Fishburne who started the commercial. This was a cringeworthy moment indeed. The interview incident mistaking Samuel for Lawrence serves as a reminder to always do proper research and make sure you have the correct information before interviewing someone. Hello. Not only did that mistake cause an awkward moment, but it also showed a lack of professionalism on the part of the interviewer. Thank you for watching our video on the top 10 rude questions that shut down celebrity interviews. If you enjoyed our content, please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Leave us a comment below with your thoughts or any other topics you'd like us to cover. Until next time, I'm your host, Jonina.